يوم البعث فهذا يوم البعث ولكنكم كنتم لا تعلمون. The people of knowledge will remind the rest that they have spent some time before the day of birth, before the day of resurrection. This is the day of resurrection that's here, right in front of you. However, you were not aware of it. You ignored it. You ignored it because one of the strongest tools of establishment of the truth of Islam is because we believe in that day. Because of all the injustice that is going on this earth. It should not go without recompense. Because all the systems have failed. The countries where we live in, the countries where we came from, the leaders of the Muslim world, in general, all of them have failed us. So the only one that we could turn to is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's turn to Him at all times and make sure we meet Him in good condition, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls that the Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of standing. Because we will be standing, we will not be sitting. And we said, some of those examples are showing now in front of us. Some of you guys work 8 hours, some of you work 12 hours, some of you work 16 hours. Maybe the jobs that you are working, some 10, 12 years ago, majority of them you used to sit. Now they are trying to automatize you to stand up so that you do one job, now you are doing 3, 4 jobs at the same time. Especially those of you that work in the assembly lines. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the day of standing. He said, وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ تَرَى الَّذِينَ كَذَبُوا عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ مُسْوَدًّا أَلَيْسَ جَهَنَّمَ مَثْوًى لِلْمُتَكَبِّرِينَ. A rhetoric question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, day of standing, you will see those that deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya. You will see their faces blackened. Their faces will be dark. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks a question which He knows the answer to. فِي جَهَنَّمْ مَثْوًى لِلْمُتَكَبِّرِينَ. Is it not Jahannam, the hellfire? Is it not the abode, the living place for those that are arrogant in this dunya? And that's exactly what they are showing us. They're asking our brothers and sisters to move from north of where they live to go south. When they move north, they bomb here. And then they are in a limited space now. Can they go into Egypt? Will Egypt allow millions of people to go through there? I know some of us are sensitive when we mention some countries, but we have to put Islam ahead of our city. So as people move southwards, okay, why did He suggest they move northwards if you really with them? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls that day as-sa'a. As-sa'a, it means the hour, the time. As-sa'a. Ad-dunya sa'a ij'alha ta'a. الدنيا ساعة اجعلها طاعة. For those of you that understand Arabic, it rhymes very beautiful. The dunya is an hour. Make that hour a form of obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال تعالى في سورة القمر اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the beginning of Surah Al-Qamar, He said, the hour has come close and the moon has split asunder. So, and the splitting of the moon took place during the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When that happened, this verse came down. Since then, it's 1400 years ago. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding us that the time, the hour is coming closer. So you, the believer, needs to ask yourself at all times, what happened for that time? To ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. Also, it is called Al-Akhirah. It is called the last. That day, that moment is called Al-Akhirah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us about it in Surah Al-A'la. بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيا وَالْآخِرَةُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us, He says, however you prefer this dunya, you put this dunya ahead. Think about that. Think about all your actions. Are we putting the dunya ahead of akhirah or not, or are we just saying it in words but not in deeds? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us that al-akhirah, the last time, khayrun is better, is the best, wa abqa, and that's the one that lasts. So in Arabic, when they do the comparisons, they only have two. After a tafdil, it's only two. They don't have three like you have in English. You have the positive, the negative, and the superlative. But in Arabic, you only have two. Afalu tafdil is only two. Hadha khayr wa hadha akhir. Hadha fadil wa hadha afdal. Hadha fadil wa hadha afdal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us that the akhirah is the one that is best and is the one that remains, is the one that lasts. And it is timeless. It is perpetual. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. Amen. Also, it is called Yawmuddin. Okay? It's called Yawmuddin. The day of reward. Yawmuddin. So you see, those of us that are not Arabic, Arabic is not our first language. When you are Yawmuddin, the most of the time we are Deen, we just think about religion. That's what we think about. So that is why we have to go to the scholars. We have to go and ask the people that know. We don't just say Yawmuddin, the day of religion. That would be a wrong interpretation. So Yawmuddin huna bimana Yawmul Jaza, the day of reward, the day of recompense. And every day, alhamdulillah, we read this to remind ourselves about it. Yawmuddin. Maliki Yawmuddin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the owner of the day of the rewards. He will be the one giving out the rewards and ceasing to give it to some other people. فمن ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية. A very serious thing. These politicians that espouse Christianity, Judaism, they don't believe in these things. They don't. All they are looking for, they are looking out for themselves and their families. So those of you that are interested in going to politics, you have to think about that a lot. Because it requires lots and lots and lots of compromises. And you continue going through those compromises until, unfortunately, you leave Islam behind, you put the man-made laws in front. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. Also, that day is called Yawmul Hisab. Yawmul Hisab. The day of accountability. The day we give account of how we did here. And like we said in many of our khutbahs, the account now is this dunya, right in front of us. The example is clear. When you go to Walmart, you buy something there, you see the account right there. You buy 20 items, all the items you bought, their names are there. The time you bought them, the store, the cashier who works with you, if it is not the automated line. All the items that you bought, they can be traced back to their manufacturer. Traceability, those of us that work on medical assembly, we know about that. It's right in front of you. No argument is there. So the receipt can be like the witness against us or for us. You go, you take more than the items that you are supposed to take, no alarms. They bring you back, they go through the items, they look at your list. Oh, this item was not there. It's right there. What about the one who created the ones who create these machines? How can those things hide from him? So it's something very, very serious that we need to think about. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance. Also, lastly, on this first round, وَيُسَمَّى يَوْمَ الْفَتْحِ. It is also called the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, is called the day of decision. قال تعالى قل يوم الفتح لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم ولا هم ينظرون. Very important ayah. We have some of our people, they say, look at these people, they go to church Sunday, every Sunday they don't miss church. They go to synagogue every Saturday. How can you say these people cannot go into Jannah? How can you make that judgment against them? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, on the day of that decision, لا ينفع الذين كفروا, to no benefit those who deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم عفوا. Their belief, their faith will not benefit them on that day. وَلَهُمْ يُنْظَرُونَ. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even look at them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. هذا أقول ما تسمعون وأعوذ بالله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة. الحمد لله رب العالمين. يا رب اللهم أعنا ولا تعن علينا، اللهم انصرنا ولا تنصر علينا، اللهم اشرح صدورنا وتولى أمورنا واغفر خطيئاتنا وفقنا وبلغنا مما يرضيك أعمالنا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولي الصالحين ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله طب القلوب ودواؤها وعافية الأبدان وشفاؤها ونور الأبصار وضياؤها صلى عليك الله يا علم الهدى بلغ الأولى بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله عظمت جميع خصاله صلوا عليه وآله. Also, that day is called Yawmut Talaq. Yawmut Talaq, Bitamut Talaq. It's the day of mutual meeting. Everyone that owes somebody else something, they will meet on that day. They will meet. And each and everyone will exact justice from the other. Allah. قال تعالى رفيع الدرجات ذو العرش يلقي الروح من أمره على يشاء من عباده لينزل. He is the one that is exalted of all degrees. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Zul Arsh, the owner of the Arsh. Yulqi ruha min amri, he put the life and spirit to whomever he wishes, ala man yasha'u min ibadi, among his slaves, so that he warns them about that day when each and every one of them will meet and everyone will ask from the other, what did I do to you in the dunya that you have to do that to me? And as we know, the hadith says, the muflis, the one that comes broke on that day, is not the one who doesn't have a penny and doesn't have anything. It's the one who will come with mountains of deeds, where he has wronged this person, this person, this person, this person. And even though those people may have done something wrong in this dunya, but they will take from his good deeds and pay those people and take those bad deeds from those people and give it to him. So his good package that he had will end up being a bad one. Also, that day is called Yawmul Khulud. It's called Yawmul Khulud, which means the day of the perpetual life that does not come into end. Surah Al-Qaf. The good people, the believers in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will tell them, will talk to them, Udkhuluha bisalam. Udkhuluha bisalam. Enter into Al-Jannah with peace. Allah is talking to the believer. Zalika yawmul khulud. That's the day of eternal living. Whereas the ones that are going to the hellfire, those that will not be taken out, they will be living there forever. And if you think about that, and because there are some people, they have some shock, they have some doubt whether Allah will do that, whether we leave some people in hellfire forever, because they consider that as if. If you want to understand that, it's very easy. Look at our brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, children that have been massacred over there. And these people are coming out there justifying it. You see no sympathy in their eyes. Nothing. No mercy. Zero sympathy. They ask them on TV, up to what level will the killing of innocent men, women, and children will. They say, no, our goal is to eliminate Hamas. So in other words, at whatever cost, they're ready to go through it. Then you tell me that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should have mercy for people like that. And it's not something new. People have asked the question before about cutting the hands of the thief. One of the poets said in Arabic, he said, Yadun بخمس مئين أسجر وديت ما بالها قتلت في ربع دينار. Those that understand Arabic know what I'm talking about. Yadun بخمس مئة أسجر وديت ما بالها قتلت في ربع دينار. The question, he said, when you mistakenly cut somebody's hands, in order for you to compensate that person, they should give them some amount of gold or silver. Let's don't go into that detail. But when you steal, your hand is cut. He's asking, where's the justice in that? You see, so that's what happens when you misplace the understanding. When you don't put the understanding, your rationality where it should be. Scholar responded to him, he said, Azul amanati awlaha wa anqasuha zullul khiyana fafham hikmat al-bari. Azul amanati awlaha wa anqasuha zullul khiyanati fafham hikmat al-bari. He said, the trust is very high, it's very prestigious. The integrity is very prestigious. So the person that stole, he cheated. So it's not that the person stole that we are looking at. Even though in Islam, in order for you to cut the person's hand, there has to be a certain amount the person has. There are lots of conditions. So these are the shubahats. These are the things that they raise. How this is barbaric. It's not civilized. Even the dead, the ones that have just died, they'll just come and move this caterpillar over them. And they did it to Americans before. Those of you that follow the news, there was an American girl who went there some years ago. She saw the bulldozers bulldozing the houses. She went and continued doing it. She's an American. The driver of the bulldozer did not hesitate. He ran over her. And she died instantly. Rachel Corey, go look her name up. Those of you that are following news by then. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين في غزة وانصر إخواننا في غزة وفي السودان وفي الصومال وفي الصين وفي الحبشة وفي كل مكان وفي سوريا إنك أنت ولي ذلك وقادر عليه. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وانصر من نصر الدين واقتل من خذل الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر. اللهم إنا نسألك ميتة سوية ومرضا غير مخزٍ ولا فاضل. اللهم إنا نسألك عيشة هنيئة وميتة سوية ومرضا غير مخزٍ ولا فاضل. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد إنك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على العالمين وقوموا إلى صلاتكم.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Mustaqim, heels on the line. Make sure your heels are on the line and close the gaps. استووا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام مطلع الفجر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. قبل الله منا مساعد الأعمال. Well, just a reminder again, because we reminded this before the khutbah. We have a soccer youth program, inshallah, this Saturday. It's right here in Brooklyn Center at the it's at home, inshallah, indoor. If you want to bring your son with you, inshallah, you are welcome. We start, I think, at 6 o'clock. We can meet there or meet at the masjid here. You are welcome to join, inshallah. Don't forget, inshallah, again, to contribute toward the masjid. You see, alhamdulillah, it's growing, alhamdulillah, it's widening up, and a lot of the community now moving from Minneapolis or somewhere else and coming to Brooklyn Park. So, inshallah, make it as your masjid, make it as your, alhamdulillah, is to welcome everybody, inshallah. And wallahi, when you come here, you see how much people are volunteering just to come and clean. Is very nice. But that's why you see the bathrooms are here, alhamdulillah. People are just coming over and just volunteering to do. So if you know how to teach Quran again, you are volunteer for that. If you come and help and teach the kids and all, come and help clean after the kids, everything is welcome, inshallah. And don't forget, as we said, the masjid is open for all the salawat. All the salawat. Right to open, alhamdulillah. You can come at any time and worship, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, I understand it.